Hi friends, it's Peggy Noe from PrettyPaperCards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Welcome to my video series on the basics of card making, how to get started, and the tools that you will need to create beautiful cards. The secret to card making is having the right tools, and I find that Stampin' Up! Tools work the best. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and that's why I use these products, because I think they're fabulous. Now, at the bottom of each video is a list of the tools that I've used with the links to my online shop, so you can pop over there and pick up any tools that you need. This is the third video in this series, and we're going to discuss clear blocks. Hopefully some of you have clear blocks because they're needed for stamping. And on our number 2 video, our second video, we covered stamping. And so now we're going to cover clear blocks. So these are clear, I'm going to get them here, clear acrylic blocks for use with photopolymer stamps and cling stamps. And these are the clear blocks that I have. Stampin' Up! Makes 9 different sizes of clear blocks, A through H. And I've got all but one. I am missing F because it's even more giant. I have E, but F, I actually may have F somewhere, but I think I've hidden it because it was just too big to use. So I've got A, B, C, D, E, G, and H. And this little A comes in so handy for tiny things. And then you can see, let me just show you, the best thing to do when stamping is to use the block that most closely fits your stamp. It will keep the edges from hitting in the ink, and it will give you a much better impression. So these are all the different sizes except that one gigantic one that Stampin' Up! Sells. One thing I love about these blocks, first of all, they're pretty, but second of all is the rounded edges. These edges are nice and round, and there's a groove in the center for grip. And I've seen people stamping other companies. I haven't seen one company that has a clear block, an acrylic block as nice as ours. I absolutely love them. And you can hold on to them nice and tightly. Now, to know what size they are, it's on one of the sides, it's kind of engraved in there, Stampin' Up!, and the other one has a circle with the letter of the size of the block that you're using. Now, if you are just beginning, I've mentioned this before, I recommend using this one, the D block, because it fits most stamps that you're going to use. I used this for my first year of stamping, and it worked absolutely fine. And then I started to fill in with all the others. So the D block is a very good purchase. Now, you can find these blocks, let me move them to the side, in the Stampin' Up! Annual Catalog on page 149. And here is a picture of one block. And then down here is the description of all the sizes. You can buy them individually, or you can buy them in a bundle, all of them together in a bundle for 10% off. And if you like, you can buy a clear block storage caddy. I personally keep them in a drawer right here at my stamping desk because I happen to have a drawer. But if you need a storage caddy, they have that for you. So you can get any size or all the sizes. Now, the one thing I wanted to show you today, because some people ask me, and I do this often, how do you clean your blocks? You'll get ink on your blocks, you will get fingerprints, you will get bits of glue. And so how do you clean your blocks? Well, there are several different ways. One is to use, there are some I do not recommend, and I'm going to tell you the ones I do not recommend. You can use a baby wipe or a wipe. I don't recommend that because it has ingredients that I don't think work well with getting off the glue. Another way to do it is to wash your blocks and give them a bath in warm water and Dawn dish soap, which we know from the work that Dawn does with birds and endangered species that it does get off grease and oil. I still don't feel that it gets off all of my glue. In fact, I was seeing right here, I think is a spot. I didn't really clean them before I came on. What I prefer is one of two things: rubbing alcohol or antibacterial gel, and I brought them both today. I keep a little rubbing alcohol in a little bottle right at my stamping desk, and I have paper towels and Kleenex. Either one will work. The Kleenex isn't really too, if you have the real super soft Kleenex, I wouldn't use it because it would pill or shred. But either a paper towel or a Kleenex, or the antibacterial gel, and this is easy to keep right at your desk, and plus it smells really good. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now with both a Kleenex and a paper towel. So let's look here. Where was that spot I had? I don't know if you can see it, but there's a gummy spot there. And so what I would do is one of two things. I would either put the gel or the alcohol right onto the paper towel or right onto the block, one of the two. So I'm going to put it on the paper towel, and we're going to see if it gets that off. I'll just rub a little bit. And this is what I do after I have a class. When I have a class of a few to, sometimes I have even 6 or 8 ladies, I will go through afterward and clean up all my blocks. Especially with COVID, I prefer the antibacterial gel. I'm not a doctor or a nurse, so I can't tell you officially, but I really like the way that cleans up my blocks. And you know, then you have a little bit left over. You can just go through, and my desk area, my craft room smells so nice. I just love it. And so we can also, let's do another little sample here with some rubbing alcohol on a Kleenex, just a little bit there, and we'll clean up this one. It does have some fingerprints on it, and that works really well, but you end up with the smell of rubbing alcohol, but it also gets off the fingerprints, and I think it probably disinfects also. So that is a very quick way to clean up your clear acrylic blocks. And I have to tell you a little joke. I couldn't get some before I started using the alcohol and the antibacterial gel, I was just using Dawn, and I couldn't get some glue off of one of my blocks. And I told my husband, he took it outside and he used WD-40, and oh my gosh, that block got really clean. So I think you can use WD-40. I don't know, that's not something I have in my craft room. I prefer to keep my alcohol and my antibacterial gel. But anyway, those are the basics of using your clear acrylic blocks. I think they're beautiful. You will not be disappointed if you've used other brands and you've never used Stampin' Up! Clear acrylic blocks. I really recommend that you get them. Thank you so much for watching this basics video. I hope that you will subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can see all the basics videos and learn the basics of card making. Thank you. Bye-bye.